Hey guys, Cryptoinsightuk here. Just going to give you a quick technical analysis update on Bitcoin, XRP, what I think is going to happen next. We're looking at a few other altcoins, just having a little look at them because I think there's some very bullish movements to come. I put a little tweet out this morning. There's a few reasons why I think fundamentally things could move up. I'm just going to show you some technical things that I'm seeing. I really do think we're on the verge of a move, maybe the next leg up for Bitcoin, and maybe a complete explosion for crypto. I think the people with the thought process that we're not going to move up until we see the halvening are going to get wrong-footed. And I think the move's already started, obviously, weeks ago, months ago, but we're going to start to see more and more parabolic moves as we get further and further into the push up to the upside. People sitting on the sidelines are going to get left behind. I'm just going to talk now short-term TA, and yeah, hopefully you enjoy, guys. If you do, please share it, and yeah, like, comment wherever you're watching. First off, I just want to start with Bitcoin on the daily time frame. Obviously, last week we saw a big red candle and a bit of a flush out coming down towards the lowest price of 28,800 that we saw. But a few things are pointing bullish for me. If we look at the stochastic RSI on the daily, it's starting to come out of the oversold area, maybe signaling a sign of strength. The last time we saw this stochastic RSI this low and start to push out of the zone was in and around this area here at 26. Yes, we did actually fall a bit further and then push out, but I really think that we are close to having a move upwards with Bitcoin, and we're going to break some other things down in a second. The S&P looks like it could break bullish on the RSI, and the stochastic RSI on the 4-hourly also is starting to lip upwards. We're back to Bitcoin on the daily, and it doesn't mean that Bitcoin is essentially going to move with the S&P, but I do normally find Bitcoin struggles to move at an inverse correlation to the S&P. So what I want to see is one big green day from Bitcoin, and I do think we will start to have a push similar to what we saw back here in the 15th of June. And this is something I wrote about in my weekly newsletter, that we have long periods of sideways consolidation, and then we have a few days where we push up the majority of the move before consolidating again. But I do think, even though the middle section of consolidation, as you can see here, was longer, as we start to get towards higher prices and people get more FOMO, and we may get more catalysts, things that may add, for example, liquidity to the general markets, and a few of the things that I talked about today on that tweet, we should see smaller periods of consolidation for larger upticks in price. As people start to jump on the bandwagon. That is my thesis. Now, we're going to have a quick jump in with Doge, which, as you can see, has reclaimed all the moving averages on the daily and is sitting nicely on top of the 200 moving average. This is, I think, in part because of Elon Musk accelerating his X or everything app. The 4-hourly for Doge is pretty interesting, but again, we do need some bullish confirmation on these candles. If we look at a technical level, we had a 4-hour imbalance here, which is where the candle didn't really show any wicks to the downside, pushed up. We've come down and closed that gap now, and as I said, I would like to see some bullish price action come now. We've got an hour left on this 4-hourly to push us out and away from this 20 moving average, which we're holding on top of currently. Next, I did want to talk about the DXY, and I did cover this on Twitter, and we're starting to see a bit of a bearish divergence here on the stochastic RSI on the DXY, which basically means we're forming higher highs on the stochastic, but we're actually forming lower highs on the price action. So this is on the daily time frame too, so you can see here, boom, a clear higher high on the stochastic RSI and a clear lower high here on the DXY daily. This could be confirming the continuation to the downside for me. There's a lot going into this. A downtrend with a bounce with consecutive lower highs and a distribution phase, a breakdown, breaking the support levels, and whilst doing so, we created some gaps in price. These gaps were then filled, a retest of the support level adds resistance, and then we should be looking for a continuation to the downside for the DXY. If that is the case, it's a great indicator for us to see a bit of a rally in crypto. Finally, if we look at XRP on the daily time frame, the stochastic RSI is actually in the floor, like literally almost as low as it can possibly go. It's at 2 right now. Last time we saw this was right here in price, and the time before was right here. This is 41 cent, and we saw it again at 46 cent. Now we're seeing it and we're at 70 cent. We get 1 or 2 green days of price action with a little bit of volume, guys, and we're taking it off for the next level. The same with the RSI. It has cooled down a little bit and is ready to, or has some space to move upwards. The RSI is still above 50, showing that there's still bullish momentum left in XRP. We just need to see this stochastic cross and some positive price action for crypto in general. And then I think we'll get this lip up in the stochastic, which is normally a leading indicator for some strength. Pretty similar story in the 4-hourly, now in the oversold area of the stochastic. Just struggling to break above the 20 and the 50 MA on the 4-hourly. When we get a clean break of these guys, this could be the sign that we need to start seeing a bit of a leg upwards. We saw some selling pressure come after the big green candles we got when we got the news that XRP was not a security. Then we saw a bounce, couldn't break out of the range that we were stuck in. Following this, we saw a lot of selling pressure. I was showing you guys this pattern, which could be a leading triangle. If we use Elliott wave theory, wave 1, you can have leading triangles. We then drop out of that and start to form some sort of bearish channel. When we break out of this is showing us now that the bears haven't gained momentum, but also the bulls haven't really gained it either. So the bulls have stopped the sell-off. The bears might be exhausted in terms of sell pressure. Now we just need some catalyst or some sort of short squeeze liquidation for the price to start moving upwards, breaking through the moving averages, starting to see some strength in the stochastic RSI, giving the RSI itself a bit of positive momentum also, and then we can push out of this zone. One final crypto I did want to talk about, and I know this is a bit of a random one, but it is Sushi Swap. I haven't looked too much into some of the other dexes, but Sushi Swap, it's pretty hard to say, but the Sushi Swap chart is really interesting me. We've got a bit of momentum coming from the bottom. We're setting higher lows continually. The RSI looks like it could be crossing bullish. The stochastic RSI is indicating there's bullish momentum coming. We're up 2.38% on the day, and we're struggling just to recapture the 20 moving average, but we have recaptured the 50. I do think there could be some good buying pressure coming in for Sushi Swap. We know that things like Curve Finance are struggling a little bit today and yesterday because of some issues. This might be where we see some transfer of value, or at least eyes back on DeFi for some DeFi tokens to pump. And I've definitely got my eye on Sushi Swap. I'm not in any position on Sushi Swap yet, and I will let my Telegram holders know first before I let guys on Twitter know. The only positions that I'm currently in are Doge and XRP, as in terms of leverage. Remember, always be careful when using leverage, guys. But yeah, Sushi Swap's another one. I've really got my eye on it right now because I think something interesting could be happening with the chart. But yeah, I'll keep you updated more on that when I know more and when I've got more of a solid thesis. Right now, it's just on the radar. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you did, as I said, please like, comment, and share with a friend. If there's anything you want me to cover, please let me know in the comments as well. Peace up, A-Town down, as Cryptoinsightuk would say.